7.0 and Snezhnaya are finally here, and I'm gonna spend it raising Miko. I've been trying extra hard lately to make sure I have all the materials for all my characters, and this year, this like whole patch cycle, I am going to raise my characters as much as I can. And of course that means we're starting with Miss Miko, the latest character I just got. And her 5-star weapon, that is not her signature. I know that she can be good in Stellar Conduct. Only issue, don't have Sandrone, don't have Odette, so we're not going to worry about those things today. That'll be a training arc for another time. But let's get into it. Of course, we're going to go straight to leveling up her levels, getting her fully ascended.
When training to become a Shrine Maiden, the title of Chokai is granted once one has completed their requisite studies and can correctly chant for ceremonies. This might be very straightforward for humans, but it's the most difficult step for the Kitsune. We are only foxes, after all. The training required to become a Guji's assistant, or Seikai, is arduous indeed. You must observe a myriad of harsh restrictions. There is only one way to make it through. Snack at night, and make sure you don't get caught. Attaining the rank of Meikai requires one to decipher the workings of the world, transcend its limitations, and fathom all phenomena within. Usually, any who reach this level are granted a vision and a lifespan far beyond that of the average Kitsune. Throughout history, only the Guji of the Grand Narukami Shrine has ever held the rank of Jokai. It is an honorary title, not related to the capabilities of the holder. But of course, if I were to declare myself the most powerful Jokai in history, I don't see why there'd be anything wrong with that.
Do I level 90 her? You know what? I will. Why not? There we go. Miss Miko's levels all done. We get some free wishes. Let's have a peek at what we're at now. 94. So close to 100. Hell yeah. Now there's the weapon. Let's have a look at it. Crit rate. And she ascends with crit rate. Ooh, I hope I have a crit damaged artifact piece for her then. Or she's definitely going to be critting. Let's see. Cash flow supervision. Attack is increased by 16%. When HP increases or decreases, normal damage increased by 16%. Charge attack increased by 14%. And stellar conduct damage increased by 14%. Maximum 3 stacks. This effect can be triggered every 0.3 seconds. When the wielder has 3 stacks, the attack speed will be increased by 8%. Unfortunately, Miko isn't particularly well known for normal and charge attack damage. And I don't have Farina. I feel like if I had Farina, this would be so good. But I don't. It's just the weapon I have. I don't really have any other crazy weapons to use, so this is the one she gets. Ooh, I'm gonna have to start working on getting enhancement materials for weapons soon. I've never seen it dip below 1,000 before. Oh dear. Now her talents. Super easy and quick. And there we go. Now for a constellation, this one. I have C1 thanks to the Journey Temper event. Each time Great Secret Art Tenko Kenshin activates a Tenko Thunderbolt, I will restore 8 elemental energy for herself. I figured it's not really doing much for her damage, so I'm just going to activate it. Don't really need to test and see how it works. But now, the fun juicy stuff. I want to use Golden Troop for her. So I'm going to quickly add some pieces, level them up, and show you what I've given her. Okay, I was able to breeze through the artifacts so quickly. So let's have a quick look. We have 4-piece Golden Troop on her. And then this piece has a little bit of EM, 6% crit rate, and 17 crit damage, which is crazy. This one has some flat HP, and then 16% attack, 2% crit rate, and 13% damage. This one shocked me. This one's crazy. It rolled all into crit rate with 16.7%. Then we have this Electro Goblet with a little bit of EM, 14% crit damage, 3% crit rate. And then this Circlet, which the only notable substat is 7% crit rate. I feel like she's got to have an insane amount of crit rate. So let's have a look at her overall stats. She has 2,200 attack, 61 elemental mastery. I know EM is a good stat to put on her, especially if she's in a Dendro team. But as far as Dendro characters go, I don't have too many raised. So I'm not sure if we'll use any today, but we'll see. And then having a look at her her like more in-depth stats, she has 82% crit rate. That is crazy. Along with 157 crit damage. No energy recharge, but at least her skill is helping out with that. And 46.6% electro bonus. So now, let's go see what Miss Miko can do. One thing I haven't done in a long time is just see what their damage is like by themselves. So I'm going to go bully some random hilly trails for a second and see what her playing by herself damage is. Normal attack string. 2k. Charged attack. A.
Emerge. Right here. Emerge.
The Codums. 7. And then burst. 15. 20. Nice. And it looks like her constellation is pretty helpful. She's already got a fair bit of energy still. Now for her team, I'm thinking Kazuha will be a nice, easy VV user. I don't really have like a on-fielder I'd play her with. Nothing's really standing out to me too much. But I'm thinking Yao Yao would be cool. We can get a little bit of aggravate and quicken in there. And then Benny for that easy easy attack buff. But the question is, who do I fight? Oh, I've got it, the Jade Plume Terrashroom. This guy, like, Electra is so good against this guy. We can really see, like, how Miko shines. I don't need Yaya's burst, and I think we'll get Miko's alright. Let's give this a go and see how it does.
Right now, emerge.
Kinda just wanting to go down first, so we're just gonna wait for him to go crazy and then collapse. Easy.
Right
Drop
now,
the tiles.
emerge. Right here.
As you have yours. Benny. Let's have a look at these attacks.
Right now, emerge.
13k with her hits is pretty good. And she's doing so much with her charged attack.
Light it up. Time to go.
But turns out I did kind of need her burst. Let's get the energy and reset the fight. Yeah, let's go.
Right now, emerge. Right here.
Yeah. Get this guy to get down again. It's really satisfying seeing most of her hits crit. I'm a big fan of that. Maybe it doesn't matter that I did not end up with Kagura. Kagura's very key. This is like great. Kazuha, Bennett. Let's see this first. Easy 50k each hit. Oh, and we were doing more damage with the charge attacks. Oh goodness, I love this. Nice. Now the question is, do I need this boss drop at all? That would be helpful if I do, because I've already beaten it up. I do not. Okay. I don't need this drop at all. Another team I would like to have... I'd like to look at maybe 2 more different team options. I had an idea while I was with Bennett for Overload. I was thinking, since Miko is such an off-field character, it would be kind of cool to use an on-field DPS with her. Maybe someone by the name of Miss Yoimiya. I don't have Chevreuse raised, but we could see how this goes and maybe think about adding Chevreuse to my lineup of characters very soon. Alright, let's see what this team could do. Bennett off field. No, we can use cover button, but both swells in. And then bonus Yoimiya. I like that. That was pretty nice. Might not be the best thing for Miss Yoimiya. She doesn't get access to Vaporize with this team. But that was kind of fun. Could be cool to switch out Kazuha for Chevreuse, or both Bennett and Kazuha, add Chevreuse someone else. Now let's try the other team I wanted to have a peek at. Because I remembered there's also a Dendro DPS. I used to really enjoy playing sometimes. Tainari. So if we add him, maybe Miko, Yao Yao for the Deepwood application. We'll add Xingqiu actually. Kind of embrace all the Dendro damage and have some Hyper Bloom going at the same time. It won't be too crazy because Miko doesn't have that much EM, but like extra random off-field damage can be helpful. Let's drop Yao, Xingqiu, Miko, and then Tainari.
I hear everything.
Now you're testing my patience.
I'm always
Oh no, because most of her turrets had expired, she didn't get to do all of her burst. That's a shame. Okay. And I've realised from that, maybe they're both like semi-okay DPS, but in general their damage can be a little low. Did you guys see that side-eye Miko gave me? Damn. That was quite underwhelming, but it's fine. Okay, she might not have the craziest damage compared to some units out there nowadays, but I'm quite happy with that. I'm super excited to see if I can use her in Stygian, which should happen like next week or this week. I guess we find out. But I hope you enjoyed this little video. If you have any team suggestions for my Miko, I would love to hear it, or who you think I should level up next. But that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Bye!